How many new years is it gonna take for you to realize that new year, new me is BS? Hello, it's me again, your internet best friend. Welcome back to another video. It's me, Aoolia, and today we are talking about disappearing in December to facilitate a new year. It is the end of November, which means it's basically December, and December goes by so fast. December really is half a month, because after that half, it's just holiday parties and whatnot, and you can lose sight of anything self-improvement in that amount of time. So I'm going to show you how to use your December to disappear and become a better you. It is basically futile to try to change in January, which is what I've always tried to do. You know, you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna plan 2020 whatever, and I'm gonna, do all these things. But leading up to that, you have not been doing those things. So what makes you think that when that January 1st hits, that you're gonna be any different than you were on December 31st? I feel like it's really important to understand that change is gradual and we can't be too drastic with it. So here are some ways that you can gradually change this December, disappear, and become a new you in January. Pop out and show niggas. One thing that you can do for this month only, is to only go to places that you are invited to, and don't be afraid to say no even when you are invited to something. To be able to reinvent yourself, you're going to need time to do that. So be very, very selective with who gets your time, and try to mostly go to things that you kind of have to be to, whether it be professionally or a friend's birthday party, things like that. If it's just getting drinks with the girls, maybe just pause on it for a little bit and then get back to it. Another thing that I've learned for self-improvement that is going to be so crucial in your December journey is going to be the rule of one. What's the rule of one? The rule of one is basically one is better than none. So if your goal is to read every day, read one sentence, read one page, read one chapter. One is better than none. If your goal is to do more exercise, do one squat, do 1 minute of working out, do 1 minute of sit-ups, do one workout set. Do it. The best thing about the rule of one is that you are probably gonna feel silly, and that is the trigger to making you do more. Because when you do one squat, you're gonna be like, okay, like obviously I can do more than one squat, and then you get into doing more. It is so important to just start something, because that is the hardest part of doing any habit or building any habit, is that you have to start it, and you have to start it again and again and again every day. Starting is the hardest part. The 1 minute rule allows you to put the key in the ignition and turn it. Another thing to do in this December to disappear and become a better you in January is to use what you have. When we go on a reinvention journey and we think about the sense of style that we want to have, and we think of the look that we want to have, the makeup look, the fashion, the hair, etc., we tend to burn a hole through our wallets with money that we don't have. Yeah, no good. So instead, I really encourage everybody to just use what they have to as closely resemble the aesthetic that they want to have, and in this month of December, present yourself that way. Dress how you want to dress with what you have. Get closer and closer, and start making lists of things that you're genuinely missing, and slowly plan to curate those pieces throughout the new year. You never want to just buy without thinking, so make sure you have a budget and that you're actually saving for what you want. I actually have a series that I've started on my Instagram called Pinterest Fits, where I make Pinterest outfits with stuff that I own. I feel like this has been really transformational for my mindset, because I used to be so deep into a lack mindset where you just feel like you don't have anything, you know, a scarcity mindset where you don't have anything and everybody else has everything. But when I started doing this series, I realized that I can actually recreate a lot of things that I saved just by using my creativity and by appreciating the things that I already own. Another important thing to do, there has to be a period of time where only emergencies can reach you. Meaning that you can't get stuck in a conversation about nothing with someone for an hour. A notification can't send you on a doom scroll journey. There has to be do not disturb on your phone, especially before bed. Because before bed is when you are going to be able to connect with yourself the most. Another huge thing to do is to write things down. You see this huge cluster of papers on the wall? One of them is my morning routine, another one is my night routine, and all the other ones are like career goals and ways that I want to change, a bunch of stuff. I need it physically visible so that I don't get comfortable in my habits. Sometimes I'll be sitting doing nothing, I'll look at it and be like, oh, I'm not doing anything to advance these goals. Whether it be on your phone background, whether it be next to your mirror in your bathroom, wherever you have to put this where you're gonna see it every single day, put those goals up and write them down. Another thing that you can do, prep today for tomorrow. This way you're kind of thinking about yourself and it's kind of just a nice gesture. So examples of this would be meal prepping whenever you can. You know you have somewhere to be tomorrow, make the outfit today. You'll wake up tomorrow, do your shower, your outfit will be beautifully laid out for you like you're your own mommy and you're 9 years old. Another thing I want us to do is to get experimental. So experiment with different styles, with different makeup, experiment with different hairstyles. This December is not only about disappearing, it's about discovering. It's about discovering new routines. So discover, do you work out better in the morning or do you work out better at night? One way I definitely want to experiment is with my makeup. I'm just trying to find new makeup styles. I have a really cutesy little baby face, but I want to look more like a boss. You know, experiment with your style. Go on Pinterest, find a style that really speaks to you and works with the lifestyle that you live or that you want to live, and try it out. Go out on a solo date where you're gonna get some coffee or something and just be a new you. One way that you could experiment is with accessories. And it's a good thing that I have a cool accessory here. Cassie, what are those glasses? They look so cute and unique. Why, thank you, Mr. Hand. These are my frames from Aoolia. Aoolia was kind enough to send me some of their glasses. They have tons of cool styles on their website. When I tell you, I could barely pick which one I wanted, but I figured we're trying new things, so I tried this half frame style. It really looks so cool, and I feel like I'm giving like sexy grandma realness. No? Since they gave a gift to me, I want to give a gift to you. Go on Aoolia's website and put Kessie15 at checkout to get 15% off a pair of glasses. Will not disappoint, and you get a free little Christmas gift with every order. I'll show you mine. My free gift was this absolutely adorable Christmas tree. It's a hair clip. Y'all can't tell me that ain't cute. Y'all can't tell me. My baby. So again, go to Aoolia's website and type in Kessie15 at checkout to get 15% off. This is gonna sound a little crazy, but another tip that I have during your disappearance this December is to talk to yourself. When I'm doing my morning routine, I literally talk to myself. I go, okay, Kessie, we're getting out of bed now. like out loud. I go, Cassie, we're getting out of bed now. Next, we're doing our stretches. Next, we're drinking a glass of water. Next, we're doing this. And then eventually, you're gonna fall in line. Another thing to keep in mind during your disappearance is that you are not going to pop out as a perfect little robot immediately. This is the whole point of the disappearance, is that you are starting your habit in December, so that probably by February, your habits have stuck. The problem with New Year, New Me is that you start after the holidays, after this huge period of indulgence and of, you know, allowing yourself to relax and etc. You're gonna start being a completely new person right after that. Right after, you're just gonna leave that comfort and that joy and that whimsy to do a cold plunge every morning. No, you're not. So when you implement the habits that you want to have now, they don't become this new revolutionary thing. They become a part of your life already. But again, you don't have to be perfect every day. You just have to put in the effort and you will see the results slowly but surely. Another thing that I want you to do is a little bit of Pavlov. I don't think you need to limit yourself forever. You shouldn't be depriving yourself of pleasures, but you should also find a balance with sticking to your goals. You find rewards that don't directly contradict with your goals or that give you the same feeling as your goals, but still don't make you break the rules that you're setting for yourself. For example, your goal is to not consume refined sugar, right? So you can't go get a sugary drink as your reward for taking 1,000 steps, for example. Maybe find something else that brings you the same amount of joy and the same satisfied feeling that isn't the drink that has 80 grams of sugar. By practicing reward replacement, you don't feel like you are depriving yourself or putting yourself in prison, punishing yourself every single day. Another super important thing to understand is that rewards, like the real reward, will come slow. Everything good takes time. So you have a career goal, you have a physical body goal, skincare goal. These things don't happen in a week. They happen over months. For example, here is the before and after of my skin. This took months. This did not take 2 weeks. This was consistent use of my skincare products every single day. And when I say every single day, I mean most days. 9 out of 10 days, you know? Because sometimes you miss. Sometimes you get home late and you just plop in your bed and you fall asleep, you don't do your skincare. That happens sometimes. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, it's gonna happen. But we pick ourselves back up, we have accountability, and we keep trying, we keep going. Another thing that I want you guys to practice is to not complain. I know, it's hard, but it is so important to be appreciative. Be appreciative of the snow, of every snowflake that falls on your face. Be appreciative of the wind, of the rain. Admittedly, I'm not winter's biggest fan. I love the holiday season, but as soon as that period ends, I resent the winter a lot, and all I do is sit in my room and wait for summer. No, because when you sit in your room and wait for summer, you're just full of all this anger, and you're not taking advantage of the winter. Another thing, not only is this disappear December, this is distance December. Distance yourself from people who are just noise in your life, from the people who do nothing but talk badly about others, from the people who think everything is cringe and that they're so much better than it. Distance yourself digitally as well. Honestly, the mute button is the best thing to ever exist. There are people that you can care about, but the content they post, like sometimes it's just socially to unfollow somebody. It'll create more ripples than you are willing to handle, and it's going to create more noise and distraction in your life rather than give you peace. In this case, The mute button is beautiful. And when people get disrespectful, the block button is necessary. Yeah. In your new you transformation, practice silence. Practice silence. I promise you, silence is going to be your best friend. Because not everybody needs to know everything about you. I'll go deeper in another video about oversharing because I have a lot to say about the topic. To keep it brief in this video, not everybody needs to know every single detail of your life. Be mysterious. Keep it to yourself. Another part of disappearing in December is to make all the clutter disappear. That means you physically get rid of anything that you don't need. The next thing you want to do is visualize the future you. You want to get down to the minute detail. Use a Canva template, use Notion, use your notes app, use pen and paper, use whatever you need to do to kind of create a profile about the new you. How does she dress? How does she walk? How does she talk? How does she treat others? What is she known for? What do people say when she leaves the room? What does she smell like? Maybe I'll make a video about questions to ask about making the new you, because it's literally my favorite. Another thing you want to disappear from is drama. Stop putting so much energy towards others and bring that energy towards yourself. Not the negative energy, I just mean energy in general. Focus on you. Don't worry about what she's doing over there with these people, blah, 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 blah. Just worry about you, honey. And when you are worried about you, you're gonna start treating yourself better. You're gonna start taking yourself out on solo dates. You're gonna start taking care of yourself at home, making yourself a nice tea, reading your favorite book, listening to your favorite podcast. You're really gonna treat yourself like, the princess that you are. I would also disappear from dating apps. I'm not gonna say that you can't find love on dating apps, but I'm gonna say dating apps feed into really dangerous mindsets for both men and women. So I would just stay off of those, especially during the holiday season where people tend to have a superficial feeling of loneliness because I see couples wearing matching pajamas and doing couple activities, and a lot of the holidays is geared towards couples and family and being together and other people. The holidays is about other people, and so it can create this feeling of loneliness within everyone where they may boost how much they're really ready to be in a relationship for the sake of getting into one to satisfy that little pit in their heart. And their cute word for it is called cuffing season. I've seen a lot of couples that get together around the holiday season, tends to fall apart. I'm just saying. And my biggest tip for disappearing in December is to return softly in January. Do not do a hard launch of this new you. And even if it is technically a hard launch, like you post a selfie unlike any selfie you've ever posted before. No new year, new me. No caption even referencing that you are not who you used to be anymore. Just post it as if it was any other post, because it is any other post. This is the new you. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal, because that's just who you are now. That's just who you are now. The new you doesn't have to constantly reference the old you and be like, no, look at me. I'm better now. I read every day. Look at me. I'm new now. You can share that you're doing these things, but don't talk about doing these things in reference to how you didn't do them before. It's just a natural transition. And this also helps you not feel that big jarring moment where you're like, oh, I'm slipping back into my old habits and I'm not me anymore. You are still you. So that's really all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of the year. Will it happen? Only if you subscribe. big goals of mine are to become monetized as soon as possible on YouTube so I can make it part of my career. I want to inspire people. I want to become a speaker and have my voice and my advice valued and heard. And I really hope that this video was valuable to you and that together this December we are going to rock the world and become better versions in silence. Shh. Thanks again so much for watching. Love you. Bye.